People, welcome to Angry Rump video. I'm not going to show my face because I'm just not. So instead, go stare at some wood or something, or this, or whatever, or that, or whatever that is, or this, or that, or whatever. Okay, so for a while, I have not been enjoying making these videos as much as I used to, but as I have said many times, I will be doing this until the end of February. So get over it, myself. That's not necessarily the point. Well, today I'm going to be talking about one of the factors as to why I'm not enjoying this as much as I used to. It's to do with making the videos. Because making these videos is getting more and more annoying. The more I exist, it feels like. You might be asking why. So, far as I'm aware, when most of these videos are filmed with me using a camera, and I work on like this Acer laptop or that Power Mac G5 or the Power Mac G4, the eMac you can't see, or so on. Or the Clyde PC, whatever. You get the point. And I use my phone to film this. Phones, more like. So, I only got the phone I'm filming with, which is my Razer phone, near the end of October. So, before that, I was using my iPhone 8 Plus, which I believe is still over there on my chair. Or it's next to me, and I can't remember. Point still stands. I don't know how this just really annoys me, but storage management on iOS and Android is absolute rubbish. What do I mean? So, on iOS 15 at least, I've been experiencing a bunch of issues with storage. Now, I've only got a 64 gig iPhone 8 Plus, so that's the base model. And most of that storage is being consumed by videos like this. Okay? Whatever, right? But it's a constant cycle of me having to delete the old clips off of there because it's occupying storage. So if it's a video that's already been uploaded, I'll delete all the clips for it and the video itself if it's on there. That sounds all cool, right? What's the problem? Well, the problem is sometimes when I delete these videos, it doesn't clear any storage. And yes, I have looked in the recently deleted nothing. In the camera roll? No, they're gone. They're gone from the camera roll. I've had this issue twice recently. Twice. It happened yesterday, and thanks to that, I've basically my videos are sort of on hold. I think probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the two videos I believe that's left on there. That has been filmed but needs to be either finished filming or edited. I'll probably offload them onto the iMac, and if I'm being honest, I think I've got a solution. The solution is use a different phone, which is an awful solution, but don't worry, there will be a more permanent solution of me getting a proper video camera so I don't have to deal with this stupid rubbish. I should probably also talk about why I don't do it on Android either. Yeah, so problem with my computers is for some weird reason when I plug the device in, like iPhone or Android, it just doesn't appear in like the file manager. I've like hit trust, I gave it all that. Nothing. So what I have to do on the Android is I have to take the micro SD card out. Then I put it in this laptop. It's got a SD card slot, got plenty of adapters for it, so no problem. So I chuck it in there. And what I do is plug in a USB as well. Doesn't need to be too big, but I just plug in a USB, 32 gigs I believe. Well, 32 gigs is the one I use. Problem is this laptop's a bit old, so it only has USB 2, so it slows down the video production. And then the other problem is this laptop's old, so the reason why I'm putting on that USB is to then put it in Clive PC, which has USB 3. So getting it onto the USB stick is low, but getting it off of the USB stick is fast. Okay. Hopefully you're up with me. Then I get them onto the Clive PC. So how many times have I moved it? So first it goes on the internal storage of the phone, then I move it to the SD card, then I move the SD card out, put it in there, so I've moved it one and a half times you could argue. Then I put the file onto a USB, second time, and then I put it on the computer there. So I have to move the video files 3 times. Now, yes, I could get a micro SD card adapter, and the reality is, I will do that. I promise. But I think the more sustainable option, the easiest way to do this, is to try and find my iPhone 6 Plus on iOS 9 and record the videos on there. It's 64 gigs, so storage shouldn't be as much a problem. It's on iOS 9, so theoretically I shouldn't have to deal with the bugs, and I should have more storage because iOS 9 is a lot smaller than iOS 15, The sort of bigger problem though is getting it onto the YouTubes. Because the YouTube app on iOS 9 is a bit messy. I might be able to upload it from the web browser from Safari, and if so, perfectly fine. But that's my idea of a solution. It could be a bad solution, but it's a temporary solution-ish. It's more or less just a thing I'll do until I upgrade to a proper camera. If you're wondering what camera I will get, the answer is I have no clue, but the requirements is has to be at least 1080p, has to be under £200 used, preferably under 100. Probably has to have like zoom, of course a SD card slot. I'd prefer a full sized one, let's be real. And I guess support reasonable amount of SD card storage. I'm not a massive camera expert, and of course, it needs to be a good quality. I mean, you can have 1080p, but it looks like absolute rubbish. It needs to look reasonable. It has to sort of look on par with like this video quality, for example. That's sort of what I'm saying. So those are basically the requirements. I've not done too much digging into it, but those are what I want. So, there. Goodbye, I guess. You probably didn't enjoy me rambling, but oh well. Goodbye.